This period has also seen the group move from being largely B2B to now being more and more on the B2C side. Can you talk us through some of the changes that were required internally in terms of employee attitudes, behavior, management thinking to be able to respond to this change?
Significant. And it's a very conscious move. We had decided a few years ago we will get away from government intervention intensive businesses. We will reduce our dependence on that. We will get into B2C. And you will see a much greater emphasis now on our new age businesses, FMCG, retail, sports, all of which are helping us connect with the consumer directly. And that will be the thrust, more and more thrust going forward. Of course, we are investing in our IT-enabled services business. We are investing in our chemicals business. We continue to invest in our power business. So we are investing across the board. But the emphasis will shift significantly towards these new age businesses.
Let's speak of retail and FMCG, which you just mentioned. In retail, you're up against the really big boys, whether it is domestically, the might of the Reliance empire, internationally, a huge conglomerate like Amazon, and that's a huge challenge. Now, how do you, and while of course you're very cash rich, but these are businesses that could burn a lot of that very, you've made a lot of effort to build up those cash reserves, and then you're up against people with much bigger pockets.
Well, I think they are in a different league. We are in a different league. But having said that, we've been conscious. We've not taken any debts for our retail business. We are virtually debt-free. That's the first point I'd like to make. Second point is we are growing, but we are growing small. We are growing in chosen geographies. So for example, Bengal, in Uttar Pradesh, in coastal Andhra. And we are focusing our growth on these cities where we don't need to spend in the back end. It's just the expenditure on the front end. There is no additional investment in marketing and promotion and people. And so we are trying to do it this way. Operating parameters, we are doing very well. But yes, the bottom line is yet to turn positive.
But do you have the stomach for a fight in cash-intensive business, given the fact that in the B2B sector, you've had very sustained and continuous cash flows. It's been very, very predictable in some senses. And here it's not. We saw in different circumstances what happened with the Future Group, for example. When you're up against the big boys, things can go south.
I said it at the Business Today platform, and I'll say it again. We have no desire or no intentions to become another Future.
And does that then mean potentially that you would be open to divesting some of these new businesses that you built out to ensure that you don't get into that kind of a situation?
Well, quite honestly, if you look at our FMCG business, we pioneered India's entry into guilt-free snacking, into Western snacks, where we've created a market. We've now got into the space of personal care. And our products are products for a difference. It's in the mass premium segment. So they are products which generally in the past would have been reserved for the rich, but they are now made affordable. And they're products with a difference. For example, the shampoos, they have natural chemicals where when you perspire, the hair doesn't stick to your head or scalp. The things like this. We've not had a campaign. We've launched. It's been a soft launch, and it's been very well received. So these are businesses that we are going to grow and grow very aggressively. We got into Ayurveda, and we took a year or year and a half to actually get the processes of that company right, to get the production systematized, to get the procurement processized. And now we seem to be like, again, we are going to be launching Ayurveda with a difference. So we will have a Chavanprash, but we will have a diabetic Chavanprash in addition to a Chavanprash. So it's those are those little value additions that we are doing across the board in all our products now. And these are things that we think the potential is going to be huge. The market is humongous, and I do believe that we're going to be in it for the long term.